Hello, my name is Christopher Powell and this is my 1971 Airstream Safari Land Yacht, and I've been traveling around in it for about 2 months now. I started in California and on my way to Sante Fe. Okay, so this is my kitchen area, and I had pulled out the original cabinets because they were mostly aluminum and just junk. So I put in some cabinets that I bought at Lowe's. Actually, they're 3 pieces, and I had them cut down to fit against the curvature. And then I put this deep sink in here so that I can kind of hide a bunch of stuff in there, put all my dirty dishes. I have plenty of space to chop vegetables, and this is kind of my entertainment center too, the fireplace. I just get this thing blazing and can stare at it for hours. It's a Cubic Grizzly. It's a Canadian-made hardwood stove, and it keeps this place really toasty, and I can load it about 5 or 6 hours and keeps me nice and toasty. These I had custom made. They're basically copper, and my friend designed these. You just pull them down. And then I couldn't figure out how to do them. I saw a lot of different ways to raise and lower them, but since it's copper, it just takes a little bit of work. Roll them up like that, and there's some Velcro on the back. So they kind of use like insulative effect as well. This is a 2-burner propane stove. It's fine. I mostly do coffee or tea. Cook a little bit here. I can also cook on this thing. I've got an oven that fits on top and can do breads or steaks or heats up water really fast. I've got my battery storage down here, Battle-Born lithium. Got a nice little LED lights here, and then all this is just, junk drawer where you hide all your good stuff and silverware and my vitamins, and it's got plenty of room under here. I've got a water filtration system down under here that I put in. So if somebody just came to my door and said, wow, what are you doing over here? How did you do this? I would just start with all my mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I spent a lot more money than I should have. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. So what words of inspiration I would give people just to start is just to take one step, just do one thing, because you can work your whole life at trying to be perfect at something and never go anywhere. And for me, I was just forced to get this thing mobile. The first thing I did was like, okay, how do I get solar so I have batteries? And then I'm like, well, how do I get water? And then I fixed the tank. So just do one thing a day. And like for me, just one kind, purposeful act a day. Just take action. That's the most important thing, because we can think and think and think and get stuck in our head and never do anything. Follow those little synchronicities and the callings and the whispers that you get, and act on those whispers. Okay, so this is another area where I chop up my vegetables and make my smoothies. This is a vintage, it's a new fridge, but it looks vintage, and it's 12 volt. I was always wondering if I should go propane or not, but with the solar, it seems to be fine. And here's my chalkboard where I can take notes. I like to write down a lot of quotes that I share. And I titled this the Upstream because I want to use this Airstream as also a social mobile outreach program to spread acts of compassion. In this tiny spaces like this, it's always good to have things where you can hang things like my dog leash or keys or my hats. These are just a lot of, coat hooks. And then, since this is mobile, anything you can do to secure things, I just have these button clasps with these straps to kind of keep things from opening. Okay, so this front area is my guest bedroom / office, and this is where I write, take notes, have conversations with people. This also just folds down, cushions go in it. It's a nice king size sleeping area. Kind of my book space. Got most of the books I'm kind of reading through and researching right now. This is a custom table I did with some epoxy and just colors, and I put this nice vein through it just to kind of represent my journey through life, you know. It always changes and curves, and so it kind of looks celestial, kind of earthy. Yeah, all this upholstery I had done by a company in Sante Fe. They're all the original cushions. I just had them kind of chopped down and redone. And that's why I got the kind of Sante Fe Southwestern style pillows. And I love owls, so I got a picture of owls. And then one of my favorite pictures of me in Tuscany when I lived in Italy for a few years. So can life on the road get lonely? Yeah, sometimes it does. I mean, Maruka definitely helps. And what's great about it is I have friends that I haven't talked to in many years that just pop up and say, hey, why don't you come in town and you're welcome to crash here? Or like in Sedona, I got this beautiful community. I knew one person, and then they're inviting me to the dance, and they're inviting me on these hikes. And so I've actually met more people in 1 month than I probably would have met in years. So it can be lonely, but it forces you also to meet people that you maybe normally wouldn't hang out with, which is a blessing. I'm meeting people from all over the world, from different characteristics and personalities, and just learning to get along with people and meeting new people. It's an adventure, and it gets lonely, but also I've got more friends here than I did back home. Okay, now I'm in the bedroom, and this is actually a couch that folds down into a bed, and it's nice and comfortable. I've got a lot of storage underneath there for like my inverter, a few other things just to kind of hide and keep out of the way. And I put this wallpaper on because I like anything Japanese, and my sword here. This is my security. If I hear any rustles in the night. And of course, everyone always asks me if these are real, but they're not. So just an area, got some candles, I put on my headset at night for meditations. Got a reading light here. I've got some more plugs here to charge the USB plugs and an internet booster. And this, I love owls. It's one of my spirit animals. So that was gifted to me by a woman who I was working with. And then up see I've got 2 fans, which directs the air in and out. And then also I put in an air conditioning system if it gets really hot. So it gets really good airflow through here. I haven't really had to use the AC yet. So my background, I'm traditionally trained as a chiropractor, and then my advanced work is more network spinal, which is a very holistic type of chiropractic care that's uses a lot of subtle energy as well as physical touch. So I can work with people over the phone and in person, so that helps. I have people in Italy that I call, that I work on. Yeah, if I can help people touch into their symptoms and what their symptoms are, a lot of times they'll get the wisdom and the medicine of it, and I won't actually have to physically adjust them. I just help them align to their higher self, or what their calling is, and a lot of times that pain dissipates. Okay, so this is my closet. I custom made it myself with just some aluminum strips. It was easy. So all my clothes are in here. You know, these things I bought at Target, just kind of put socks and underwear in. The water heater is down below here, propane water heater. And then all my solar chargers and converters in here. Okay, so I have a security system in here. that's a sensor, and I was trying to figure out how to keep the rig secure when I'm not around. So I found this company called Simply Safe, and if I can hook up to Wi-Fi wherever I'm at, it will kind of monitor things and send me text to my phone if glass has been broken or somebody's entered. And so that kind of helps keep this secure when I'm not around. Okay, so this is the bathroom, pretty much the original footprint. I just tore everything out and started over. Put this nice little shower in here you can sit, and then sit and wash down with this. It's really nice. It's a combo sink and shower, so I didn't need water lines running separately, so that was a plus. And then I got this in Sante Fe, this live edge, and built this nice little sink where I can hide my towels and toiletries and things like that. I go right down in there. And then the toilet is a composting separate from Sweden. Really nice because it doesn't really look like a composting toilet. I don't have to stir anything. The urine is separate from the hard stuff, so it doesn't stink. Yeah, nice cozy space. I originally got the Airstream. It was in TRC, which is Truth or Consequences in New Mexico. It's this old 70s hot spring town. It feels like it's stuck in the 70s. So I took it from TRC to Sante Fe and started remodeling it. My brother and I had to sell the property I was living on, so I had to move during COVID. And it was like a catalyst to really start this outreach program that I've been thinking about for years now. So that's why I created the Uplift One and the Upstream. I've got my chiropractic table out. I've been working on friends and people in need. And every day I wake up and just say, how can I be a channel for good in this world? And Maruka's good at that too. She's a rescue. I found her in the dumpster in Sante Fe years ago, and she's been with me on this journey now for 4 years. Okay, with the solar setup, I did two options. I've got 4 Renogy 100 watt panels on the roof that I can tilt to get the best amount of sun. But since I'm in the shade here, I also have a suitcase that I can move around and find a sunny spot. So I've got 400 watts of Renogy on the roof, and then I also got 2 200 watt rich solar that I can fold up and just throw in the back of my truck. So total I've got 800 watts going in that's stored in 2 Battleborn 100 amp hour batteries. All I need at the moment, and I can actually build onto the system with the 2 solar charge controllers that I have. Okay, so this Airstream, I call it the Upstream because again I want to use it as a mobile social outreach program to help uplift humanity by doing 1 purposeful and deliberate act of compassion per day. So I named it Uplift One, Rise Together. And if whatever I can do to help someone, as a chiropractor, I offer my healing services, a lot of times just based on donations or free. And if I can just help uplift one person, that creates this ripple effect. And it's so needed right now with so much division and fear. And, the Dalai Lama said, compassion, which is a necessity and not a luxury. And it's not enough just to be compassionate, but he said we must take action. So that's kind of what spurred me to create, turn this mobile Airstream not only to something I could live in, but something I could do good with. The mission was kind of downloaded to me when I read Martin Luther King Jr.'s quote that said, "A nation that continues to spend more money year after year on weapons of mass destruction, basically, than on programs of social uplift is approaching spiritual death." That's not the exact quote, but I thought, right, as a nation who spends way more money on fix-it mentality or fighting this or fighting cancer or fighting other countries than on social connections or holistic ways of reconnecting with each other, that launched me to start Uplift One. How can I create a mobile social outreach program that helps connect people, that helps people connect to their core nature, our core humanity, which is compassion, which is service to others. So that's my mission for the next 50 plus years of my life. Okay, I really appreciate you checking out what I've done, and if you want to learn more about my journeys or how you can support Uplift One, you can go to my Instagram page or Facebook, which is Uplift One. My website is dr, so it's drchristopherpowell.com, drchristopherpowell.com. Just go out, and if you could just do one purposeful or deliberate act of compassion, don't make it random. I think random, we're beyond that stage now. Let's make it purposeful and deliberate. So, love you and peace.